guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Becky, and if you're new here then welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. We are going to be making some JellyCat marshmallow photo holders. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so I've repositioned you down a little bit so you can see what we're going to be doing. So for this, you are going to want a mat to roll your clay on. You can roll it on your surface, but this just saves on the tidying up. You're going to want a rolling pin, some paintbrushes, some clay tools. These aren't necessary, but they're good to have. And a little pot of water, kitchen roll. Then you're also going to want some acrylic paint. I've got a baby pink, I've got a white, and then I've got a brown and a black just to do the marshmallow jelly cats. And we've got our air dry clay. So I picked this one up, I think from TK Maxx, but you can get air dry clay from pretty much any craft store. I normally use Hobbycraft. I feel like it's reacted with the foil that I wrapped it in a little bit, so maybe don't wrap it in foil because it's gone a bit funky. Any scientists here? Do you want to tell me why that's happened? Why my foil's gone all like yellow and crystallised with my air dry clay? Hopefully that won't affect its setting. Probably going forward, just wrap it in cling film if you've got any left. Make sure it's really tight and store it in an airtight container, and then you'll be good to go. So we've got a very super cosy video today, guys. It is a very rainy, overcast August day, so I thought what better day to do some crafting. So I'm in my comfies, you can be too. You don't have to wear anything special to do this. Obviously just put an apron on if you want to protect your clothes. I'm just gonna start, obviously if you've got a fresh pack of clay you won't need to do this, but because mine has been used before and it's been in a container, I'm just gonna start by kneading it and moulding it together. I have removed my rings just so I don't get any clay stuck in them. And you're gonna want 2 lumps roughly the same size, so they're going to be your 2 JellyCat marshmallows. Now my friend sent me this on TikTok and she says you're going to have to do this, Bex, for your YouTube video. So here we are. I've also seen some JellyCat magnets, but they looked way more in detail than these are. I feel like these are very beginner friendly. And if you don't know what I'm on about, Google JellyCat marshmallows. That's what we're going to be creating, but in air dry clay. And then you put like a little slot at the top, and then you can put your photos in. Now, if you want to check that they are exactly the same size, you can always weigh the clay, which I might do. I'm just going to add a bit of water to this one just to try and bring some life back into it. Right, I have 2 126 gram balls of clay. And then what you're going to want to start doing is just rolling them in your hands. I'm just getting a bit of water. You might not need water on yours if it's fresh clay. And you're just going to start getting like a little bit of like a oval rectangular shape. So we're just gonna move it round in the hands until we're happy with the shape, and just keep smoothing it over with your fingers to get rid of any creases that are in the outside of the clay, so you've got a nice smooth base to paint on. If you've got a wet sponge, you can do it with a sponge, you can do it with a bit of kitchen roll. And I'm just keeping my thumb in the top there to create that divot as I'm going round. Okay, so I'm just going to rub my hands with a little bit of water, and then as I'm smoothing this round in them, it'll hopefully just smooth the edges a little bit. Now I'm not a pro in air dry clay. I don't use it very often, I just use it to make the occasional decorations. So there might be a better way of doing this, but this is how I do it, and I feel like this is very beginner friendly. So hopefully you guys will be able to do it as well. It doesn't matter if they don't look identical, they can be cousins, not twins. It's actually a really easy JellyCat design to do because they're literally just 2 round cylinders, and then we're going to add some feet onto them. Whereas some of them, like I wouldn't be creating the broccoli or the burger because there's too many elements to those. And this will be really good if you've got a best friend and you wanted to have one and they had one, and then you could put a photo in of the both of you to give for a birthday present. Just a really cute gift idea. Or if you wanted to have the pair, you could put it on your side, on your makeup desk, on your desk at work. A lot of the time taken with this craft is just smoothing out the edges. Okay, and then once you're happy with the shape, just put those to one side, and then we're just going to go in and make the little feet. Now these are dead easy. You just want 2 little cylinders and then a bigger cylinder for the foot. So I'm just gonna roll like 2 little sausages, and they only need to be tiny because they just need to be in relation to the size of the marshmallow. What I really like about this mat as well is it's got like a built-in ruler on it, which is really good if you're trying to measure stuff so it's exact. It was only from Amazon as well, guys. So I'm gonna cut the leg so it is probably 3 centimeters long. So I'm just gonna replicate that 3 more times, so I've got 4 legs. So this is also the perfect craft to do on a Sunday morning. I'm gonna cut at probably around about 4 AM, and my legs were so restless. I have a 10k race coming up, and we tried to do like a speedy 10k yesterday, and honestly, like, my legs didn't hurt when I was running, but last night and then this morning in bed, they were just so weightless, and like, not weightless, they were heavy and they were restless, and I could just feel them, and no matter where I moved them, I just could not get comfy. So yeah, I've been up since then, and I can't do any of my shopping early in the morning because it is a Sunday, so none of the shops are open till later. So I thought, right, what can I film then this morning that isn't going to take like loads of time, loads of concentration? So I just thought a nice little easy craft, and we've not done a crafting video in a while, and I feel like you guys have missed that, so here we are, we're back crafting. I feel like I've not really caught up with you guys. So I had my pageant, I was going to film packing for it, and then literally the day before I was just hectic. I had to tan, I had to go out and pick up some bits, I needed to try on my dresses, prep for my interview, and before I knew it, the day was over, so I didn't really have time to film it. And then on the Sunday, I drove to rehearsals, and I got there for 8:30, and then we were in rehearsals learning dances, practicing walks, up until about 4:30, 4 o'clock, and then it was hair and makeup time, and then we had the final, and I finally got home at 1 AM. So I was very tired after it, but I came second runner up, which was amazing, and we got all our scores back as well, and I did really well. I only missed 1 point in my interview from being the top, so that was great. And to say it was my first pageant, and all the girls in the top 5 had done pageants before, I just felt very proud of myself, and it was such a nice time. In rehearsals, I've not met any of the girls before, and they were all so lovely, honestly. I definitely want to do another one, and I actually have a charity fashion like catwalk coming up in September as well, so that'll be fun to do. But yeah, so that's kind of like a quick debrief of the pageant, just because I feel like I've not caught up with you guys since it happened, and I obviously told you I was doing it, and then I'm not really giving you any updates, but that's just because I was just really living in the moment, and I didn't really try and vlog it. I didn't also have any time to vlog any of it, like my phone was just in the back. Okay guys, so I've made all my legs, and then I'm just making the little feet now. Now obviously I don't want the feet to be too big for the leg and the marshmallow, so I'm just gonna stick them on and see what I'm thinking. I think the legs can be even shorter. So instead of 3 centimeters, let's take the legs down, and we're gonna do, in fact no, the legs aren't 3 centimeters, that's 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter. We're gonna do 1.5 centimeters for the leg, just a tiny little one. Otherwise I just feel like it looks too big. Okay, and then the foot is 2 centimeters long, and I've literally just done it as like a little teardrop shape with a slightly flat top. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just going to put my other legs and make another 3 feet. Put the legs on this little guy here. So all I'm going to do is, in the base of the feet, I've just got the end of a paintbrush. I'm just popping a little hole in it, just so it can make the leg easy to go in, and then we're not having to like mould the clay together. It should just sit in. I'm just going to dip the end in a tiny bit of water, and then it just slides into the hole like that. I'm just going to go around and just crimp it in a little bit. Then we're going to flatten the end of the leg, and it's just going to sit. If you find the front of your marshmallow that you want, it's just going to sit like that. And then I'm just going to do the same on the other one. Stick it in. Now we might have to glue these legs on because I'm not sure if they're going to crimp to the underneath of the marshmallow, but that's fine. You can just get like a glue gun. Okay, now we've got our little marshmallow men. I'm gonna just have to leave those to dry. So, cause it's quite a chunky bit of clay, It's probably going to take around 2 to 3 days to dry properly, and then I will come back probably in a different outfit, and then we're going to paint them. Once they're painted, probably leave them about a day, then we can gloss them, add the finishing details on, and then they'll be good to go, guys. So I'll catch you when these guys have dried and they're ready to be painted. Okay guys, so the JellyCats have dried. I left them for about a week. They're a very thick piece of clay, so you just want to make sure that they're fully dried out before you start painting them. Then I've just gone over with a little bit of sandpaper just to smooth the edges a little bit. You can start getting out any of the cracks. Obviously, the more time that you spend doing this, the smoother the finish you're going to have. And then I also forgot to say on camera to cut the slits in the top. I nearly forgot to do that, and then just as I was about to set them to dry, I remembered, because we're turning these into photo holders. You don't have to do this if you want them as ornaments, but it's just a cute little gift for you and your bestie to have, and then you can separate them. So I'm going to start by painting the white marshmallow. I've literally just got some white acrylic paint, and then for the pink one, I've just got some pink, mixed it with a bit of white to give it more of a marshmallowy colour. The feet, we're going to need some brown, and then for the eyes, you're just going to want some black. And literally all I'm going to do, after I've sandpapered it, you just dust it down just to make sure there's no bits left on it. And I'm just going to start painting around the marshmallow. Make sure you get in all the cracks. And there's really no neat way to do this. I'm just going in with my soft brush and just bringing it round. So what I'll do is I'll paint both the white base and the pink base, and then I'll tell you what we're going to do next. Okay, so I have painted both of my marshmallows. So now that I've done the body and it's dried a bit, I'm going to go in with my brown, and I'm just going to go and start painting the feet. Now I just keep adding a bit of water to my brush just to make this acrylic a bit easier to paint with. You just want to use a nice small brush, and don't rush it, just do nice gentle strokes to make sure you don't get any on the pink body. What you could do is always make the legs separate, paint them, and then super glue them on underneath as well, and then you don't have to worry about being, that's woody, being really fine and intricate around the bit of the marshmallow that you've already painted. Okay, so I've just painted the legs on the pink marshmallow. These are coming to life so nicely. I think they are so cute. I think that brown is perfect as well. So I'm just going to go in and now just do the white marshmallow, and I'll catch up with you when that's set and we can do the eyes and the little cute cheeks. Okay, so both the legs have been painted. I did get a bit of paint on the white marshmallow's body, so I just had to go back over that. But what I'm going to do now is go in with a bit of black paint, and we're going to do the eyes and the mouth. Okay, so this is where it can get a bit tricky, because I feel like the spacing for the eyes and the mouth needs to be spot on, and I'm really scared. So I'm just going to get a little sharp object. This is just the end of a golf tee, and I'm just going to dot on whereabouts I think it might work. Might get a reference pick up of the marshmallows. Okay, so the mouth is literally just in between the feet. It's like quite central. It's only a little one. And then the eyes are wider than the mouth. Do you know what? We're just gonna go for it. I think if I do the eyes first and then the mouth. Okay, we're gonna have to trust the process because that looks terrifying. Like, that's the thing of a child's nightmares. It just needs building. It just needs building up. Trust the process. I'm gonna go in. Okay. The eyes are getting there, now the mouth. I'm just using a really, really fine brush to do this. I'm just literally dabbing it in my paint. I mean, it's not bad. It's not exactly fully JellyCat, but I'll take it. Okay, that's the pink one. I like held my breath. Now to do the white one. Okay, I think the mouth is better on this one, but the eyes are better on this one. They're definitely like cousins. I wouldn't say they're brother or sister. And then the last thing we're going to want to do is just go in and dab the cheeks. So what I think I'm going to do is get some red and really water it down, and then just dab that on as a colour, because it's not like a bright colour, it's just like a blush that they've got to the cheeks. So we'll try that. Okay guys, I definitely don't think I'm going to get a job at JellyCat anytime soon. They are more like cousins than Marshmallow twins, but I still think they are so cute. I was going to glaze them, but I quite like how they look like this, because when you think about it, the JellyCats aren't like mega shiny, and marshmallows themselves don't have like a shine to them. So I'm going to leave them like this. I'm going to have one, and then I'm going to give one to my friend at work. We can have them both on our desk then, and I just think that's going to look so cute. And then just sat there, and then obviously, as you can see on the top, they've got the slits in, so we can put photos in, or we could have our notes in for work, anything like that. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have and you want to see more crafting videos like this, please make sure to comment down below, and while you're down there, hit that subscribe and like button also, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks guys, bye!